Now confirmed. Princess Leonor and her prince, the future king and queen. Imagine the scene. A young princess who has carried the weight of expectation since birth, a nation that has watched her grow into the poised heir of the Spanish throne, and a royal family preparing for the moment history has long whispered about. For years, speculation circled her future, her role, her love life, her destiny. Many assumed this day would come quietly, tucked into tradition. But now, everything has changed. Because today, it is no longer rumor, no longer speculation, but truth. It has been confirmed, Princess Leonor of Spain has chosen her prince. And together, they stand not only as a symbol of romance, but as the future king and queen who will one day shape the very fabric of Europe's royal legacy. But here lies the question that has stunned both Spain and Denmark: why now, and why this way? Far from a carefully guarded announcement behind palace walls, the confirmation of this union has spilled into the public eye in ways no one anticipated. It is more than a love story, it is a seismic moment for the monarchy, a clash of tradition and modernity, of private choice and public duty. From the very start, the emotion in this revelation strikes deeply. Imagine the Spanish people, who remember Leonor's earliest speeches as a child, now watching her embrace adulthood with courage, loyalty, and love. Imagine the Danish court, proud yet wary, as their own prince steps into the gaze of international scrutiny beside her. And imagine the families, the parents, the siblings, the queens and kings, who must now reconcile personal feelings with the demands of dynasties that stretch back centuries. Yet the truth goes beyond sentiment. This confirmation forces us to ask, what will their reign look like? What legacy will they build? For Leonor, raised under the sharp eye of Queen Letizia and the steady hand of King Felipe, duty has never been an abstract word. It has been her daily reality. For her prince, Christian of Denmark, the journey has been equally demanding, walking in the shadow of Queen Margrethe's long reign and the expectations of an entire nation. Together, their union is more than a personal vow, it is the merging of two royal traditions, two cultures, and two futures. But let us pause and peel back the layers of this moment. Why 6 months ago was the palace silent, avoiding all comment, and yet today the confirmation is public? Was this a decision driven by love alone, or by politics quietly shaping the course of events behind the scenes? Was it a carefully orchestrated plan between Madrid and Copenhagen, or the bold insistence of two young royals unwilling to let others dictate the timeline of their hearts? And what of the people? Already in Spain, voices are rising. Some celebrate the beauty of this union, calling it a fairy tale reborn for a modern age. Others whisper concerns, worried about the weight of extravagance, about the perception of monarchy in a world demanding humility and reform. In Denmark, too, there is pride, but also hesitation. For the Danes know that every word spoken, every detail revealed, will echo not just in Copenhagen's palaces but in the European stage where monarchies must prove their relevance to the 21st century. As we follow this story, let us not forget the personal side, the quiet details that make this more than headlines. Leonor, who once walked shyly into classrooms at the military academy, now walks with confidence beside her chosen partner. Christian, who grew up in the public gaze yet often retreated into the private corners of family life, now steps forward with purpose. Theirs is a bond forged not in secrecy but in strength, tested by the glare of the world yet rooted in something deeply human: love. And here, the curiosity deepens. What role did their families play in this confirmation? Did Queen Letizia's sharp protection of her daughter clash with Queen Margrethe's pragmatic guidance of her grandson? Did King Felipe, ever the measured and deliberate monarch, hesitate before blessing such a historic step? These are the questions fueling both media frenzy and heartfelt speculation across Europe. But beyond the whispers lies the heart of the matter. Two young people, raised in palaces, burdened by duty, yet bold enough to carve their own story. A story that now, with this confirmation, cannot be undone. So as Spain and Denmark watch, as Europe listens, as the world leans in closer, we find ourselves caught not only in a tale of love but in the shaping of legacy. Princess Leonor and her prince, no longer a question, no longer a rumor, are confirmed. And one day soon, when crowns are placed upon their heads, this moment will be remembered as the beginning of a reign that promised both devotion and destiny. This is not just a union of two hearts. It is the dawn of a new royal chapter. And it leaves us with one haunting thought. If this is how their story begins, what unimaginable heights and trials await when they step onto the throne together?